Hello everyone, welcome to my term project, the game Orbitals. My name is Arul and today I'll be showing you around how my game works. As you can see, the game is initialized with a simple menu screen where users can either choose to start the game, go to the game mode where they can choose the options, or go to instructions to learn more about the game. Let us read more about the instructions so we know what is actually going on. As you can see, the game has three simple rules. 1. The orbs will grow until they hit an obstacle. 2. If an orb goes into your own player's boundary, the game is over. And 3. To destroy the orb, you must hit it the number of times as indicated inside the orb. It also tells you the basic controls such as press P to pause, use the arrows to navigate the menu or control the turrets, press spacebar to choose the option or fire the turret, and also tells you what an orb with a health bar looks like. Next, it also tells you what each of the game modes is about, such as the gravity mode, the supernova mode, single player and multiplayer modes. We shall learn more about these modes as we play on. First, we'll start with the single player mode with gravity enabled. As you can see, a turret is initialized at the bottom of the screen, which is rotating left and right based on the timer. In this mode, players will aim to get the highest score possible by destroying multiple orbs at the same time. Since the score is calculated quadratically, if you destroy multiple planets in the same shot, you get a higher score. When you press the spacebar, a shot is emitted and then the disc moves until it stops, and when it stops, it expands into a planet. The feature in this mode is that basically planets have their own gravitational field, which means subsequent discs will be affected and the trajectory will be modified by the total gravitational force that is experienced by all the planets on the playing field. This means if I were to shoot in this direction, you can see the trajectory of the orb is changed and is attracted towards the planet. Also, if the planet's number goes to 0, it disappears and a score of 1 is added to the player's score. The aim of this mode, as I said, is to chain together multiple orb destructions such that your score increases by a large amount. Next, going to the supernova mode, we have a turret which emits a laser, and we can also notice that the turret is no longer moving left and right, but instead controlled by the player to move left or right based on the arrow keys. In this mode, there is no longer gravity, but instead the orbs have a higher health and also an additional feature. This feature is that basically when the orb's health goes to 1, it emits a deafening blast based on the radius of the orb, and this causes all other orbs which it impacts to reduce by 1. Hence, the objective in this mode is to chain together multiple explosions such that you get a very high score by simultaneously exploding multiple planets at the same time. As you can see, since we exploded 2 orbs, the score increased by 2 square by an additional of 4 points to a total of 5. We can pause the game at any time by pressing the P button, and as you can see, the game is totally paused, and you can either resume the game, go to the main menu, or quit. Let's go to the main menu where we choose multiplayer mode with gravity. As you can see, another turret is formed on the opposing end of the screen, and also additionally, an orb is created in the center of the field. This prevents people from shooting straight into the opponent's half, since they will not create a very big orb from the get-go. The difference in two-player mode is that the objective is no longer to get a score, but instead to place orbs strategically such that the other player's path is blocked and they end up shooting into their own field. When this happens, the opposing player gains 1 point. You can press any key to continue. As you can see, a score of 1 bar is added to the top player's score as denoted by the pink bar. This game will continue until either player wins 2 rounds. Another interesting feature of this game is that when orbs are fired, the orb leaves behind a trail. The trail changes color based on the orb's current velocity, leading to a very colorful display of orbs. If you change the game mode to supernova, the same thing occurs, but instead both turrets now emit lasers. An interesting fact about the lasers is that when it comes into contact with the surface, sparks of a red color and that surface color is emitted. So when it's in contact with the boundary, white and red sparks are emitted. When it's in contact with the red orb, pink and red spots are emitted. When in blue, blue and red sparks are emitted. And finally, when in yellow, yellow and red sparks are emitted. Same with the other multiplayer mode. The aim is no longer to get a high score, but instead to place the orb strategically such that you block the other player's path and they end up firing into their own field as such. The main point behind the lasers is such that there is a higher precision and hence players can actually point and exactly shoot where they want to. This leads to a higher level of competitiveness between players, where they actually have to plan out and force the player to shoot in certain directions. At the same time, if a planet's count drops to 0, it emits a laser, but at the same time, this player has fired in their own boundary and hence he loses a point. When either player gains both points, the game is over and the other player wins. You can either restart the same menu or you can go back to the main menu. Thank you for watching this video and hope you have enjoyed my game.